Alright, standard aggro sideboard. Quest. On the play against Quest, Duress is pretty good because it can get the quest and it can get, later in the game, it can get equipment. But seeing as how it can only get equipment on the draw, it is not good enough to include in the deck. I'm going to take out the Bellerens, though with the sword in the mix, getting something to take damage is is even better than just a normal fog. But still, Jace Beleren has such low loyalty that he's not going to save an attack from a sworded up guy. There's going to be definitely enough left on the board to attack him. Definitely don't want to miss that. So yeah, we'll take out the other Mimic Vat. Mimic Vat is, yeah, kind of slow here. And that looks good. We haven't missed anything. Negates can be good, the same as Duresses, to get his equipment, but it's just so there's not enough variety in uses there. So a lot of the time it's dead, so that's why we're not going to put it in. Alright, now we get to play with him going first. Okay, a couple things make this hand keepable. The Preordain and the Everflowing Chalice. The fact that I have no removal would almost always, with this kind of high casting cost hand, I wouldn't keep this, but Preordain helps me to find my removal, Everflowing Chalice helps me to ramp into Frost Titan. So I am going to keep this. But it is still kind of slow if I don't hit what I need to with Preordain. My Preordaining is going to be very aggressive turn 1. Pretty sure I'll throw back even, yeah, I don't think Jace the Mind Sculptor is going to be enough to win this game if I'm not drawing removal because I'm drawing it. So I would throw back a Jace the Mind Sculptor here in favor of removal. He again doesn't have quest, which is very lucky on our part. We drew one of our key spells. We can ramp up to it. We just need to find the black mana to play it. Both of these are incredibly good here. The Darkslick Shores because it's black mana, and the Doomblade for obvious reasons. So we're going to draw both. Basilisk Collar is not so relevant. It is relevant against Grave Titan, and that's about it. Fortunately, he gets off his Squadron Hawk, because obviously the life gain doesn't do anything, and Frost Titan can just tap the guy who's Basilisk Collared up. So while he didn't have a quest, he did have a Squadron Hawk, which is still a pretty big beating. This turn, let's see, Chalice, then next turn, Creepy Carpet, 3 mana. Yeah, I'm not going to Doomblade here. He only has 1/1s, and his equipment is not power enhancing, so there's no reason to Doomblade if he tries to equip. So I'm going to play Chalice here just to try and get there quicker. Next time I'm going to play Creeping Tar Pit. I will leave up Doomblade if he plays something I feel I have to Doomblade, otherwise I'm going to play Seagate Oracle to block Memnite. If he just plays a Squadron Hawk, and I'm taking the same amount of damage next turn, if he just equips Basilisk Collar, even more so. There is no part of me that is not okay trading. Ooh. Changes things. Because I could counter a key sword here. if I leave that and Doomblade up, but it means I'm not playing Tar Pit, which means I can't consume the Meek turn 5. Consuming the Meek turn 5 is probably not what I want to be doing anyway. But on the same line, there's very few plays that I would have to mana leak at this point, seeing as how he's already got his Hawk off, and it's too late for a quest to be all that relevant, especially with Doomblade in hand. So I think I will Seagate Oracle here and play Creeping Tar Pit. This is an interesting choice because double Frost Titan can just be game, but if our hand is not sculpted well enough to get to double Frost Titan, then Into the Roil will help us get there. As it is, I think my opinion on this is that our hand is well sculpted enough to get to double Frost Titan, and that while we could use help getting there, the power we get from allowing us to get there by picking the Frost Titan is worth taking that over the Into the Roil. So we've got Consume next turn, but for us to do that, he would have to, well, play quite a lot of spells, because double Squadron Hawk is not going to be enough to make me consume. I'm 100% for trading Mem Knight for Seagate Oracle. Seagate Oracle is there to draw cards and to block exactly like that. Yep, that really doesn't bother me. In fact, it is a good sight to see because it is basically a dead card. I can Doomblade whatever he tries to equip, and that's the end of that enchantment. It does get more relevant when he is high land, but he has to draw another 2 land. I've seen some players getting their worse equipment just so they can re-equip against a black deck, which is, a valid way to play. Awesome. So at this point, yeah, no reason not to just pass here. I'm not going to consume. We can definitely get more value out of it than 2 Squadron Hawks. And on top of that, 2 Squadron Hawks is not threatening at all. I'm not even going to Doomblade any of them. Despite being able to Doomblade and Mana Leak in the same turn, it's just not something I have to do here. Right, so Ornithopter brings it to 2 counters, but with no power enhancing equipment, it's not a threat at all. I think we basically have an answer for everything he wants to throw at us here. I'm going to counter a non-creature spell. If he plays enough creature spells, I'm just going to consume. Squadron Hawk. So he has 1 Hawk left in hand. I guess it's not, of all the cards that it is important to keep the revealed cards up. Again, obviously I forgot to keep them up, but of all the cards that you need to keep up in revealed box, Squadron Hawks is not the most of them, because you can just count the number of Squadron Hawks there, and the rest are in his hand. So there is no hasty creature in White Weenie, meaning I feel safe Wrathing here. Next turn Frost Tightening a land, and the turn after that leaving up Doomblade for whatever he wants to equip. Oop, my bad. So that's still the plan. Drawing a land doesn't change that.